Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Indeed. We just got finished doing the massive lore dump.
King, you return. Speak your will through the mortal you now inhabit. Is it time for us to awaken?
Uh-oh. So we have a choice here. We just got finished doing the huge lore dump where we learned that Arthur stole the giant's children to use them as hostages to make them go to sleep. And then we also subjugated and shit on the Dalriada tribes. So we can do March on Camelot and lead the Dalriada tribes. Order to the Forlorn Swords, where we suppress the Dalriada's thirst for war, which is counteractive to everything we've done up to this point. Or make the giant sleep forevermore. So I think we choose option 1 here, as our playthrough has been leaning more into option 1.
The Dalrida have long been our allies. Through their eyes, we have watched your kingdom fall into corruption.
Yep.
Camelot will fall. Your will shall be done.
Okay. All right. I thought we were gonna have to fight this thing. Take a quick look around, see if there's anything hidden in this massive arena. Look at all the giants. Dude, there are so many. Holy moly. There's nothing here. There's nothing else to do. What you got up under here? Ah, I can't unsee it. Run away. All right, save. How nuts, man, was this? Oh, a portal. How convenient. Takes us back to the entrance. Yeah. Nice. Man, I loved fighting the enemies in here. This was amazing. Those were some of the most challenging enemies in the game, and I loved fighting them. Wasn't much of a challenge for the mage. Not much in the game has been a challenge for the mage, really. But, I mean, the hardest parts of this game on the mage were coming into Kuanacht when everything was much higher level than you, it seemed like, and your damage was 0. You know, I was way over leveled for the area, but everything was just so damn hard, even at level like 26 in Kuanacht. And then I came here to this place at level 63 or so. What level am I? It's level 68. Excuse me. And this area it felt great. It felt awesome to fight those enemies. And we know that now in the mist that it's a four-dweller knight that we're fighting out there on weird nights, and for some reason it is 50 times stronger than the ones we fought in the area we were just in, you know? So it makes no sense. They really need to tone that rogue four-dweller knight down, like, you know, 500% or more. They need to make a copy of the knights we just fought on the weird nights out there and make it easy to kill, because the experience reward for that long ass fight is not worth it. Save.
We are ready to begin the moot. We were only waiting for your return, once and future king. You were strong enough to walk the king's thread, and you conquered it. What is your will, my king? What decision have you made regarding the giants?
The giants will support your war. They will lead the Dalrita tribes against Camelot.
Glory be to you, once and future king. Fame and honor to you for all time. Thanks to you, Camelot will fall, and with it, the dead laws and the suppression of the Dalrita tribes.
Do it, boys.
Thank you, my king, for your intervention. I, the voice of the Dalrita tribes, accept your decision with humility and gratitude.
Awesome. What do you want, Arthur? I can't talk to him. What? Arthur's memory set a bonfire. I can't talk to him. I can't talk to him. Save. This way? What's this way? The long defeat quests. At the Charred Conclave. Okay. So I need to go do that. But I can't talk to Arthur. Oh, there he is. Talk. I can't talk to him here. Can I talk to him out here? That's water. I can't talk to him in the water. Here maybe? For some reason I can't talk to him next to the Dalriata. And I can't talk to him here. Is it bugged? I have questions. So before we do anything further, let's go to Kunocht. Let's go to the Wicker Man, because that's where we were supposed to meet Caradoc after we'd gotten the crown. Let's go see what this is. See the bird in the background? That's the one from the Children of Morgan. That's Morgan's aspect, the Cormier or whatever. Cormax. Save. Alright. Let's grab our horse. Hello, horse. Driving this horse feels like a tank. So yeah, there have been some issues in Act 3. Even, what is this, 2 months after its release? That they've been working on. I'm sorry, what now? Did I just get stuck? Oh, what am I doing to this horse? Jesus. There we go. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. There have been some issues in Act 3 that I don't know if I can point any of them out at this time. Good God. So if you're thinking about playing this game, just expect some trouble in Act 3. We're currently in Act 2, where it looks like they need to work on some of the clipping out here. We are headed towards the Wicker Man, where they burned all the druids once upon a time. And the game really makes it difficult to understand the timeline. Like, you're supposed to understand, like, this is like hundreds of years apart, yet there's people that have been, you know, some of them are immortals, some of them are sticking around for hundreds of years, and that, you know, they don't really explain that. Just kill all these real quick, grab some extra experience. There's one shot in all these enemies, man. These used to be tough enemies. Save. Let's go down into the Wicker Man. Oop, whoa, ow. For a second, I thought I hit myself. Okay. Let's heal. Shield. Let's do it. Gotta meet Caradoc at the Wicker Man. I missed. Got him. Got him. Man, it's like skeet shooting almost, only with weird spawn. Save. Alright, Caradoc. Oh, look at this. Oh, snap. We had to have Excalibur, the shield, and the helm to access this. We never found this spot before. I never really explored the Wicker Man area. Huh. What is this? Our last meeting will be at the Charred Conclave.
So, you finally made it. Took you long enough.
I had to run some
I
errands.
hope you're ready, because this is it. The beginning of the end.
What is this place?
This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as scapegoats for the Red Death. It's a reminder of what happens when people fear what they don't understand.
What can I expect?
Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. We don't see eye to eye anymore, but we both realize that our collaboration yields results, as shown by you.
That was a power flicker?
He'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from the beginning, spin them differently. Never mind. Why waste time here talking about it when you're just a step from the end? It's best if you just go forth and see for yourself.
Why are you waiting here for me?
To greet you. I was once where you are now. A knight with questions, searching for answers. That search led me to this place. And here I found my answers. Now it's your turn.
I'd like to know more about the Charred Conclave. Oh. Where are we now?
Well, death doesn't always mean an ending. It was a sacrifice so costly, so cruel, so pointless, that it tore a rift in the fabric of this world. An ultimate wound. And so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing the true shape of this world.
Ugly and painful truths, what do you mean?
Cruel rituals, sacrifices, hard choices in search of real results. They called it wisdom, knowledge gleaned from the weirdness itself. But to the people, everything they did was unnatural, costly, and frightening. The druids believed their results would justify the costs. They thought Avalon would see them as saviors. But the people didn't understand, and fear turned to fire.
The druids were scapegoats. What did they do?
They spoke out. They should have stayed silent, kept to their herbs and potions. But they didn't. They believed their ancient knowledge, ugly and painful truths from times long past, could save Avalon from the plague. And maybe they were right. But people don't want the truth when it's covered in blood.
So the druids were punished for trying to help?
Well, the Red Church and their politicians made sure of that. The druids became a convenient enemy, a way to shift the blame and tighten their grip on power. It's always so simple, so banal, isn't it?
I'll go.
Just remember, this is the point of no return. Once you step through, there's no going back.
Okay.
But if you've come this far, I suppose you already knew that.
Okay.
Go on. He's waiting for you.
Okay, save. So we're not going to enter this yet. We're going to check our quest log. We're done with this. We're done with this. And we never found this. Catherine died in childbirth. Should I tell her husband the truth? The husband is one of the Red Peace victims. Must be wondering what happened to her. We never found this guy. So these 3 quests we can't do. We never found all of the tags. That's just extra money, and this is just extra money. Okay, so yeah. I think we're ready. Save. This is the end. Are you ready? Okay. Who's the one pulling the strings? Whoa, look at that thing. Oh, that is awesome. The hell is that? Where are we?
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dare to seek the truth buried in Avalon's shadows. Fewer still make it this far. I was the first. Caradoc followed when my brethren burned and the tear opened. And now, here you are. A truly rare and joyful occasion.
Who are you, exactly?
Oh, forgive my lack of manners.
Orin.
I am Orin, the last apprentice of Merlin, and the last archdruid of Avalon. I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. But names mean little. What matters is the task before us.
What is this place?
What lingers here? It's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form, raw potential, unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it?
What do you want from me?
Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc wants. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time.
So he wants to kill him properly and you want to resurrect him properly?
Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some point, we stopped seeing eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you.
How?
Yes, please let me explain. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues he wanted Avalon to preserve. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough. The memory of war and the fragility of peace was still too fresh. So they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered, bound to those artifacts. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed.
What was flawed about it?
You can't pick and choose with a soul, but that's exactly what Merlin did. He focused on 3 parts of Arthur: his strength, wisdom, and courage. He left out 2 pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other was his humanity, the most fragile part. Merlin thought compassion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. Without them, Arthur became hollow. A king with power, but no heart. That way, Avalon's greatest failure was born.
Why would they divide this king's soul?
They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing Arthur himself. They thought the king's essence would endure if bound to his relics.
Didn't anyone try to resurrect Arthur as a whole then?
I tried. And I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers aspects was left to drift, untethered between worlds. Finding it needed more than magic. It needed someone like you.
Me?
The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move through the weirdness, touch it, and return whole. That's why you found the King's soul, bound it to yourself, and came back.
So you're saying all of that, everything I went through, was all part of your plan? So I'm just another experiment to you like the ones on that island? Let's bring it home.
No. The Asylum treated you as a subject. I see you as a savior. Your suffering gave us a chance. And for that, I am both grateful and deeply sorry. I can see you're still doubting me.
What do you want to achieve?
I want to bring back our king, whole and complete. I want him to lead again and safeguard Avalon's future.
What if this resurrection fails again?
It won't. This time, Arthur will be whole. A king must be more than power. He must be human. That balance is what will save Avalon.
Why do you want this so much?
Because I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak, and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Arthur is their only hope. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. Division festers. You've seen it during your journeys. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job.
Even if he's whole, what if the people won't follow him?
They will follow him. That's what people do. When weirdness comes to their doorstep, they'll beg for a savior. And Arthur will answer the call. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Well, we spent the whole 50 hours trying to rebuild this fool. We might as well continue. Save. That was a huge lore dump. I didn't expect Orin to be here. Gotta get to that portal. Guess we have to go this way. Oh no, I'm stumbling. Into the portal we go. Save. Is it a graveyard? Save. Caradoc. So now I have to face Caradoc.
I was there when it all began, when Arthur first set foot on Avalon. I was a knight in his army. We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. And for a while, it was glorious. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared. But then came the cost. The war crimes, the impossible decisions, the massacres, slaughters, and irrational cruelty. We turned from knights into butchers, all because his dream demanded it of us. At first I told myself it was necessary, that it was the price of building something great. But the longer it went on, the harder it was to believe. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, no different from the rest of us.
Surprise, that's
And
every
no man
monarch.
should have the power to demand such sacrifices.
And you want to kill him once and for all. I've heard that before.
But do you understand why I want it so much?
Tell me. Because you hate what you've become?
I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved past pettiness. You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more than human. But he wasn't. He made mistakes, just like any man.
Yeah,
And the
because he's
cost
human.
of those mistakes was always paid for by others.
That's unfortunate.
I've seen what happens when people cling to kings and myths. They wait, they follow, they waste their lives on promises that never meant anything. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone. What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn, let it rot, let it rebuild. I won't be here to see it.
Even if you destroy Arthur, the Round Table can just crown someone new, replace him. You think, option 2, you think people can stand on their own against the weirdness against the monsters? You want people to face adversity without guidance and leadership? Isn't that just waiting for chaos to happen? And what if your way directly leads to people's fall and demise?
Then let it. If this world can't stand without a dead king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall.
You think the people can stand on their own against the weirdness, against the monsters?
Let them stand, let them fall. It's not my concern.
So he's got a single
If the
purpose:
weirdness
to
takes
kill
them,
Arthur.
So be it. At least it won't be another king's failure. Another lie propping up a dying world. It'll just be what it is.
We're gonna have to kill Caradoc. You want the people to face adversity without guidance and leadership, and that chaos waiting to happen?
Call it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care. Let them rise, let them fall. Let them tear each other apart. I just want to watch it all come down. To see the last lie collapse under its
He
own
just wants the
weight.
world to burn.
What comes after? That's for the ones still standing to figure out.
Even if you destroy Arthur, the Round Table can just crown someone new, replace him.
Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight. And when he's gone, the rest will rot with him. A puppet king, another empty throne, none of it will last. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Maybe they won't. I've lived longer than any man should. Seen more than anyone should ever bear. And I've waited centuries for this moment, this chance, to end it all. To end him.
Warren believes this resurrection will be different. He says it's the only way to save Avalon.
Orin's a druid. That's what they do. They believe. They believe in myths, in symbols, and some of them believe in saving Avalon.
You don't believe that Avalon can be saved? You don't believe that it's worth saving?
I don't believe it's my decision to make. Not Orin's, not Arthur's, not mine. I've watched this cycle turn too many times. I have no stake in what comes after, only in making sure this nightmare finally ends. We were fools to tamper with forces we didn't understand. Resurrecting Arthur, infusing him with powers of the weirdness. We didn't just bend the natural laws, we shattered them. Such violations of nature's order cannot go unanswered. The bill comes due, sooner or later. Always. This cannot be allowed to continue. Listen, it's taken longer than I ever imagined, but now, here we are. You've done what no one else could, what even I couldn't do. You've brought Arthur's soul back together, almost complete, but not quite. And because of you, I can finally finish what I started centuries ago. So, thank you for bringing us to this moment. You're close now. Just one more step. The last fragment of Arthur's soul is waiting for you. Complete what you came here for. And then, we'll meet again. As allies, or as enemies. That's up to you.
Damn.
Go. Find the last piece, and let's end this. Whatever comes next, I'll be ready. I hope you will be too.
Okay. Follow the path. Into the black swirling mist, baby. Oh, this is nice. This is Camelot? No map. This is serene. That music. Is this Arthur just chilling, fishing? These butterflies. Is Hob Arthur's humanity? We've seen this guy many times.
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me. Please, don't come any closer. Don't force me to think about coming back again. Just let me finally die.
I didn't expect that. Why would you want to die?
Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices? Or worse, in your name. I've seen towns burnt to the ground, families destroyed, all because someone thought it would serve the greater good. And they called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations, of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing.
So, early on in the playthrough, we saw this guy at a gong location in the first area. Maybe even before that in the Island Asylum. We've seen this guy several times throughout the playthrough. And the first time we met him at the gong, he seemed a little off. I thought maybe he was Merlin or something like that, or something was just off about him. And I attacked him. When I attacked him, he just poofed. He disappeared. And I thought maybe he was gone forever, so I reloaded my game. It makes sense now that his character is a persistent character. You attack him, he is Arthur's humanity. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Should have probably said that first. But, interesting. What about Orin? He's trying to bring you back this whole time. What about Orin? He's trying to bring you back this whole time.
Orin wants a king, not me. He doesn't see the broken man behind the myth. He sees a symbol, a weapon to wield against the weirdness. But symbols aren't people. They're empty. And the more they're used, the more they hollow out the one who carries them. That's all I've ever been to Orin and the Druids. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? To be forged, sharpened, and thrown at every problem?
And Caradoc wants to destroy you forever.
He thinks ending me will free Avalon. But what then? Without an idea, a light to guide them, they'll stumble, lose their way, and turn on each other. People always seek something to follow, something to believe in. Take that away, and they'll tear each other apart trying to find it. Or worse, build something even crueler in its place.
Talking in riddles here. Like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. What is it in death that you want?
I want release. I want to stop being a tool in their endless struggle.
You are a tool.
Kill me. Destroy the last piece of me and use the energy however you wish. Take it yourself and become the new king. Give it to someone else. I don't care. Just don't let me come back again. Let me die. Not as Arthur. Not as the king. Just as a simple, normal human being.
Can't do this. You're the human part of Arthur's soul. Without you, he can't be whole.
Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? You've already taken up the humanity I was meant to represent. Doesn't that prove Arthur doesn't need me anymore?
We're talking about Arthur as if he's a different ego. Don't you care what happens next with your kingdom?
I don't care. Do you know how freeing that is? To finally not care what happens next? Whether Orin gets his king or Caradoc gets his ruin? To not feel the burden of all my failures? To not see my memory tarnished? My plans, goals, and ambitions dragged through the mud? To not see the suffering my name causes? No more deaths in my shadow. No more kingdoms built on my bones.
Damn. You've been through a lot, but there has to be another way that doesn't involve your ultimate death.
Another way? There's always another way, isn't there? Another cycle, another resurrection, another lie to keep the world spinning. But please, not for me. Not anymore. I've had enough. I don't want another chance. I want this to be over.
Damn.
Do what you think is right. That's all I can tell you. Because whatever you decide, it will finally be your choice. Not mine. Not theirs. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. You hold the choice. I don't care who you side with. Orin, Caradoc, or no one at all. You have all of my soul. Use it. Take it for yourself. Give it to someone else. I don't even want to know. Do what you will with it. Just let me go. Let me finally rest.
Damn.
Let me die. Please.
But we have a choice to make. What an interesting choice this will be.
whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Go on. He's waiting for you.
Let me go. Let me finally rest.
So it seems like we really have 4 options.
You carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I exist so that something can be chosen. I do not offer meaning. I require that one be made. You have brought all things to their conclusion. Now, decide what must remain. Choose, and let the shape of the world follow.
What if I choose Orin's path?
You will vanish into the story you chose to restore.
What if I choose Caradoc's path?
You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you.
And what if I take the king for myself?
You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed.
And if I give it to someone else?
You will shape the world to become its witness.
So there's 5 options. Who can I give it
Who
to?
do you have in mind?
Whoa! Captain of the Watch, who was a dick. Niente, who was the lover of the guy who went to find the Grail. Urfir. Can't really remember who that is. Yvain, who went to find the Grail. One Eye. Gerfner. Oh man, and there's probably even more choices than this. This is probably not everyone. Oh man, how do I want this to end? I'm the one who brought all this stuff together. I did a lot of impossible tasks. I could take it myself. I could give it to someone else. But who would I give it to? Brendan? I don't like him. Niante? I don't like her. But we've reformed her. Got her in touch with the mother. The All-Mother. Yvain went to go find the Grail, but he's not much of a leader. One Eye? He brought the tribes together. Or he wants to unite them against Camelot. Garfner? He's the one who called the moot. I think it's time I take the soul for myself. We take it ourselves, or we give it away. That honors Arthur's wish to die. It honors Orin wanting a king. He thinks he just wants Arthur, but it could be just someone to lead against the weirdness. It doesn't help Caradoc, so we're gonna have to kill him, which I want to do anyway. And if I give it to somebody else, I mean, I don't really trust anyone on that list to do it right. So I'm going to choose me.
Then the idea shall be claimed, its shape worn, its burden made yours.
This story's about me anyway.
But first, you have to bring silence to what refuses to be forgotten.
If this is what you want, then take it, my friend.
Saw the T-pose. You couldn't hide it from me.
Promise me you will learn from my mistakes.
Bye, Hob. Bye, Arthur.
No, I won't let this happen. Not again.
Okay. Let's do it. Big damage. He's stunned. You a tanky boy, but I've fought things much tankier than you. Stunned. Minions, you guys want to help me out here? You're going down, Caradoc. Amazing. Superior bow. Wolf's howl. Where's his body? Can I not loot you? What you got in these pants, bro? What you got in these pants? I'm trying to loot you! What is this? Just a superior bow? Just a shit bow? Really? Wolf's howl. Two-handed weapon. Doesn't even do that much damage. And critical chance increased by 8%. Kind of meh, sir. Okay. I wish we could take his armor, but we can't. Okay. Complete the ritual.
You think any other human could wield this power? I endured 600 years of pain, of suffering, of loneliness. I made the sacrifices, me!
That's right.
And now you think you can take it from me? The hubris.
That's right.
No. I reject your claim. I will reforge Avalon. Perfect this time.
Nope. We're gonna have to take you down, Broseph. Oh, you summoning people? That's cute. I'll just blow them up. Ow. You kind of hurt, sir. Let's heal. Minions, go. Get him, minions. And that curveball. Boop.
You took
Later.
Arthur's power for yourself. Whatever drove you, need, ambition, or will alone, the strength of a king was now yours to command. Maybe you weren't ready. Maybe nobody ever is. But you decided to try. It's a heavy thing, trying to do right where others have failed. Still, you stepped forward, carrying the soul and every choice that brought you here. You ruled not as Arthur reborn, but as yourself, flawed, resolute, untested. Avalon changed beneath your hand, and history will decide what that truly meant. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working side by side, the South found a peace it hadn't known in years. The roads stayed open, the fields were guarded, and the people finally felt safe. No longer bound to Camelot or the Knights of the Round Table, it became a land ruled by its own people on its own terms. The men here stayed in Cuanact, but Yvain failed to rally the minds and hearts needed for his Grail quest. With no clear leaders and rising tension, both Cuanact and Camelot grew fragile, drifting toward division, with no one left to hold the line. You awakened the giants, and with them at their side, the Dal Rita conquered Camelot. As the capital fell, the customs of the tribes spread across Avalon. Not everyone welcomed them, but the change had already taken root. Firgas was named the new Galahad the Loyal. With One Eye and Brendan backed by the Dal Rita, the Forlorn Swords, he saw that the South's alliance was strong enough to stand on its own.
Nice.
He urged Camelot to leave the South in peace and turned his attention to securing the rest of Avalon. The captain led the South to independence, breaking all ties with Camelot. Under his rule, the Horns of the South flourished. Merchants, pilgrims, and adventurers returned to the roads, and prosperity once again reached the far corners of the land. One Eye ruled the South, with the Horns of the South at his side. Over time, the Dal Rita of the Fallen Swords rallied to his banner, forging a unified force. With the South secured, he stood in a strong position to launch future conquests across Avalon. Nianta left Cuanact with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured, and her name was remembered with respect. Maggot chose to remain in Cuanact, and the people stayed with him. Over time, they grew to trust him and often sought his wisdom. In time, he took on an apprentice, planting the first seeds of a new druidic tradition.
Good job, dude.
Urfre left Cuanact
that guy.
alongside Yvain, despite concerns about his age. His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life and spoke of him with lasting respect. Ailey turned to the merchants for support, and for a time the hospital prospered. But when they began charging patients for care, she walked away and opened her own small practice, refusing to serve profit over healing. The Volker joined the rest of the Dal Rita without a matron and without Mathar's blessing. Even so, their warriors kept the ferocity they had once been famed for, tempered now by a clarity that left the other tribes uneasy. They were respected, but only barely. For what greater dishonor is there than turning one's back on the goddess who had made them what they were? Ingui turned away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people. Under Stronner's leadership, the Ulfra found new strength. He rebuilt the tribe and reunited them with the rest of the Dal Rita, restoring their place among the tribes of the Forlorn Swords. With the Stagfather slain and the old bonds broken, Balaam led the Svine towards a new path. He opened the tribe to the other clans of the Dal Rita and guided them to settle in the Mather mines. You placed war at the head of the children of Morrigan. Under his leadership, the guild abandoned secrecy, waging open campaigns of domination in Morrigan's name. Avalon's cities and strongholds fell one by one as faith and fear reshaped the land. After returning to Camelot, Killian lived quietly for a time. When he vanished, few asked questions. Unsettling rumors had always followed him, but most preferred not to remember.
Awesome. So many storylines at the end that you influence through the game. Incredible game. For the price, it was a great experience. It wasn't as polished as a lot of games, but it was a great run. It was a good time. I had a blast. And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching. I'm Hazefest. I do a variety of games. I play a lot of single player games like this, and I make playthrough lists on or playlists on YouTube. So if you enjoyed this run, check out some of my other stuff. I recently just got high definition internet, which took place during this run. So you'll start out in low def and you'll go to high def eventually. But I appreciate those. Spending the, 50 hours or so on this. What a great game. I had a blast. I did a lot of the side quests. I didn't do them all. I did run into some problems with the quest lines ending for me, but the devs are working on the game, and there are some things that they're running into with problems with the engine that they're running on. So some of the problems the dev team can't fix because it's an engine related issue, like some of the stuttering. But you often see like the jerky movements throughout the game. That's part of the engine issue. But I thought this game was awesome. I decided to do a mage run because I saw Co-Carnage playing as a melee rogue or something. And I was like, this game looks cool. I'm going to try it out. And I decided to go mage because he went melee. And I figured if people enjoy watching his content, maybe they'll like watching this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to compare myself to him. He is fantastic and he's been doing this for 12 plus years. So kudos to him and mad respect. So fantastic game. Tainted Grail, you surprised me many times over, and the game starts off rather slow. Starting off in the asylum, it's kind of janky. But once you get out in the world and you start making choices and doing stuff, it gets to be a lot of fun. Do you wish to return to the moment before your final journey? No. It's great they gave you that choice, but no. Awesome game. Thank you guys for watching it. I hope you guys play it. There's so many different ways to play between mage, two-handed warrior, one-handed weapons, dual wielding, rogue, bows, sneak attacks. It feels like a better Skyrim in some cases. So try the game, see what you think, and yeah. Have a great day. I'm Hazefest. Bye.